have you learned? Programmed to beat.
I'm muted, and that sucks. It's okay. We're back now. Okay. Hi. I'm going to start over. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. What else did I say? Yeah, it's hot. It's hot here. That's what I said. Owl, thank you for letting me know that I wasn't muted, or that I was muted. But anyway, everyone, hello. Today we're back. We're working on the ship. I've been kind of putting off working on it, so I'm trying to finish it up and get it going. Especially because I want to get UVing on it, because I have a plane flight at the end of this month that I'm going to spend the entire time probably working on this project. I'm hoping my laptop will allow me to record and work at the same time. If not, I'm going to be a little disappointed. But, oh, hold on. Somebody called me. But yeah, so with that said, hello. I do have one specific announcement. At the end of this month, you did it. I did it. Thank you for the call. I wondered why you called me. Thank you, Owl and Jake, for trying to let me know that I was muted. I appreciate you both. But anyway, so at the end of the month, I'm dropping the first live course, not live course, but the first course on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go over the course of 15 days. We're going to drop a video every single day. That is going to be an introductory course to Maya, modeling, animation, rendering, kind of like a good cluster of everything. So if you're new to Maya, if you're new to the actual application itself, or if you've never even started it, it's going to be a good course for you to watch. So that'll be dropping, I think, starting on the 27th is what I'm shooting for. Since I'll be out of the country, I'm going to be having the videos scheduled out and just dropping every single day. Time to buy a new laptop. Yeah, it probably is. I'm hoping I can work on my model on the plane. I'm going to do some testing with it later. I might have to fiddle with it? Fiddle with it? Yeah, fiddle with it. I might have to fiddle with it to get it to work, but we'll try. I have a crappy laptop. I have never had a good laptop, except for when I was in college. And I can't even call that a good laptop because it was a Mac. So, yeah, I've never really had a good laptop. So it might be time to get one at some point. Maybe one that has a tablet in it, or like a touchscreen with the pen. That would be nice. I think that would be nice. Yeah, so that's gonna be dropping at the end of the month. Aside from that, just regular content coming through. Fan tutorial number 4 is gonna drop this Thursday or Friday, probably Friday. Unless I could somehow get it done tomorrow, I might be able to. So maybe, just maybe, follow the YouTube if you're not already. So we'll see if that goes. We're going to be going over the UVs there. But without saying much more, welcome in. It's good to see you all. I'm happy you're all here. We're going to switch on over now. I wish the transitions... Oh, you can see the wrong screen. Look at that. You guys can see yourselves. Let's change that to this. Yeah, I switch between monitors when I'm recording videos. So if you guys saw today's quick tip, what I do is I move it here. That way I'm looking at the camera. I tried this camera angle. I don't know if I'm super in love with it yet, because a lot of the times my streams look like I'm just looking down and not paying attention. So I think that's something I might have to fix. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. That's a great idea. I was saying earlier, this room that I'm in has like 5 computers in it, and it gets really freaking hot. Especially now that we're in summer, or like spring. But yeah, so we're back. Remember, this is live on every single platform. You can choose whatever you'd like. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, not on Facebook, Twitch. And yeah, so we're going to spend some more time on this guy tonight. There's a couple of things I want to do. The first thing I want to do down here is I'm going to model some hinges. Just because the door is just kind of floating right now. I've got these nice, like, support pillar piston things. You know, the things that actually close and open the door. I don't really know what you would call those exactly. But we don't really have any, like, hinge there. And that is a detail that I want to add in there. So I'm going to add it real quick. Other than that, going to do some more body work. I'm going to try something different. I don't usually like to use them, but I'm going to try to crease. I'm going to try using creased edges on this. In fact, I think I'll just do that now. So, I already hit. Okay, cool. Let me just select these edge loops around here. I honestly have never really been a big fan of the creasing, but we're going to try it on this model because I feel like I'm just adding a bunch of unnecessary edge loops by doing it, or by not doing it. I need to go back to modeling. And then mesh tools, I think it was it under mesh tools? Yeah, crease tool. Components. Oh, that's good. Right? Is that doing what it's supposed to be doing? No. This is also why, because I don't use this tool. Select components to crease and then drag. Oh, I see. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so now... See, I don't understand that. Doesn't really maintain the edge. I'm not a fan of that. Unless you have to actually have a supporting edge loop, which would be kind of stupid. Maybe you do. Big love, gotta run. Alright, Jake, have a good night, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna just kill that. So we'll play with that later. I don't like the results I'm getting from that so far, but if you have any tips or tricks on the crease tool, because I don't use it, love to hear them. This is terrible. One of the main things I've been doing over this past couple of, like, working on this model is just trying to clean this up a bit. Because right now I really do not like the way a lot of this is working. Okay. Sweet. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Finally bought one. Time to buy a new laptop. Oh, I missed those messages. I'm sorry, Jake. Loose me 28. Hi. Oh no, this outliner. Yeah, so you'll have to excuse my outliner. There's a funny story about that. So I spent a huge amount of time going through this model and renaming it, and I'm realizing there's a problem right there. And with that, I ended up having an issue where when I installed Maya 2025, it corrupted my model. So I took that model and I exported it and then pulled it into here. And it deleted all of my work. So that's something I still have to fix, but you know, it'll be something I go back to eventually. I'm gonna delete this edge loop right now because it's just kind of pissing me off. Delete edge vertex. Clean that up. Because my, I'm not liking the way the silhouette here got messed up. Okay, but last stream, if you guys were here, we spent a lot of time kind of correcting the topology up here, and we're looking a lot cleaner. It's looking a lot better. We'll just have to do some supporting on these edge loops. And then this guy, the gap got kind of larger, so let's close that up now. And then the other thing I decided is I was going to close these, or I was going to connect all these panels interconnected wise, like we did here. And there, I think there's another one on the back here. Where was that one? Is it this one? No, where was that one? Oh no, it's this guy right here. So we've got this one that's not connected to anything. So I do want to create a panel out of this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this guy. I'm going to see if an edge loop's going to let me do it. It's probably not going to. That's really not going to. I caught a new person in Pal World. Owl, why are you just catching people? I gotta swap the music here because we're about to run out of non-copyright music. Let's see. Pause that guy. Let me get my work music going. Let's see here. I truly dislike the amount of... Facebook seems to be the worst about it, because I know this music is like okay to use on YouTube and Twitch, but Facebook like just bans everything. Every time I do one of these live videos, I get a notification from Instagram that's been deleted, and I'm like, but why? DMCA, free background music. Let's go here. I guess we'll just do, I don't feel like lo-fi. We could do some retrowave. We'll do some retrowave. Hopefully. If it's not too confusing. Alright, cool. I'm catching pals too. That's good. Hey, I just want to say huge thanks for making these tutorials. I'm 10 plus years in Blender, but really trying to learn Maya as it's industry standard. I love to hear that. Thank you so much for letting me know, and I hope I can continue helping you. But that's awesome that you've been doing this for 10 years. That's cool. What, I'm curious. I'm really curious. What made you decide to switch? Aside from the industry standard thing, was there any other reason to switch? I'm always curious. If you have imported scene and a new one, you can delete all the names from the previous scene and selection located in Windows. Yeah, I know. I just haven't gone through and done it yet. I'm hoping it carries everything over, but we will see. It's one of those things that's on my list to do. I just haven't really done it yet. Okay, so we'll kill that. Line this up here. Modeling toolkit. Change to surface slide. Just kind of work with these and make sure that this panel line stays the same shape all around. And then we're just going to kind of manually build this panel line. Okay, what happened there? That's just a really sharp edge. That's, oh, no. I see what happened. Okay, so we're going to do mesh tools, multi-cut. So we're going to kind of construct this right here. We're going to try to, if Maya's going to let me. Let me do this. I'm going to link it right there for now. Okay, escape. And we're going to select this guy. That should go all the way down to this crease, and it does. We want that one too, though. Delete that. Okay. Awesome. And then we'll just go inside the model and build this out this way. How are you doing, Al? It's good to see you, man. In a world full of blunder, I found an artist using Maya. You did. You absolutely did. You know, it's funny. Like, I try to be really accepting to all applications. I don't really see major problems with Blender. Like, yeah, you know, it's popular. I don't think it's anything super special, just like Maya's, like nothing really super special. Like, they're all tools. But man, the amount of people I get who are just like jumping in the comments saying how shitty Maya is and how great Blender is. I'm like, I can't with you guys. It's the same thing with like comparing. You see a lot of people in like the construction industry comparing their tools. It's the same thing. Like Milwaukee versus DeWalt. It's like, why bother? Why are we even having this conversation? You picked a tool, you use that tool, good for you. I've used Blender. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but you know, to each their own. Let's not do it that way. We're just gonna straighten out these because we're gonna eventually bridge all this together. These actually need to be kind of like that. There we go. Pull that back a bit. Pull that up and pull that down. Okay. So that's good. Let's just... We're going to deselect that. We're going to go to the top of this one. We're going to deselect all this. That should be everything. We'll come up here and clean this up in a second. Yeah, good there, good there. All right, cool. Just bridge that real quick. Something's still selected that needs to not be selected. Cannot process selected edges. So something still... Yep, it's that guy right there. Whoa. Sometimes the camera clipping in Maya drives me nuts. Gee, there we go. Okay, we're going to focus here. Pull these guys out. Straighten them out. And then we're going to merge this area right here. Which is going to be a little hard because there is an edge loop carrying through here for some reason. What do you do and where do you go? I'm well, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Okay. So I'm noticing there's another one too that I was already kind of working on here. So we'll have to run that guy through as well. The question is why is there... Well, for the sake of it, right now, I don't see a need for that. If we do need it later, we will bring it back, but right now I'm going to get rid of it. We probably will have to bring that back in some form, but I'm hoping at that point the geometry will be fixed up enough to where we don't really have to worry about it. Okay. That was the other thing I was going to do. I was going to break out my 3D mouse, and I keep forgetting. Oh. Oops. What are you doing there? Okay, that should connect there, but it's not doing it. Why are we having issues here? There we go. Alright, cool. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we've joined that area. The next area we need to fix is right up in here. This is where we have a nice little three-way split. So what I'm gonna do is just bridge that guy. Or not. Meshes bridged. What's that? What's that error? No, 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 not the more info. Don't give me that. Oh, oops. Alright, my bad. There we go. Okay, so that's bridged. That should seal that off, so we're good there. And then this is going to be where we have a little bit of a hard time connecting everything. This guy can go right here. Actually, let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to do target weld. There. And let's look at this. So this edge loop, which goes clear across, that's totally fine. The issue here is I'm creating new geometry by having that. So let's take this guy. We're going to go boom, boom. That opens this up, and then we're going to go down the model and just kind of clean. No, we're not going to do that. See? This might be one of those situations where it'll be better to just add the geo. I don't necessarily want to. Began Maya a few months ago from my school in Paris. All of your tutorials helped me very well. Thank you and continue. I absolutely will continue, and thank you so much for letting me know. I hope that the things that I create help you guys out, and if you guys want more in-depth stuff, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Which we're almost to 1,300, which is crazy. So thank you guys for that. Again, if some of you guys joining in are newer, and if you're newer to Maya, I'm dropping a full course at the end of the month. It'll be dropping over 15 days on basic introduction to Maya. It'll be a really good starting point for a lot of people, especially if you've never touched Maya before. So look forward to that. I think I'm just gonna do this. Mesh tools, insert edge loop. I'm gonna add this and then track and see where it goes. That's okay. So we'll clean that up. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Which was where? Right here. Okay. Oops. All right, bridge that. That's cleaned up now. Okay. Trying to get these guys as cleaned up as possible. That way we have nice... I'm actually really getting kind of excited to UV this thing. Aside from the fact that I'm also just like dreading it. Part of me is excited, probably because that means it'll be the end of this chapter for this model. I'm a little tired of modeling it. I'm super happy with where it is, but I'll get there. Stigma, what's up? How you doing? You know, the bad people seem to have easier side of things on here. That's true. That's true. But no, I'm glad my tutorials help you. I'm working on a way right now, so I'm testing it in Discord. I'm trying to build like a giant library to where you can just go in and select whatever quick tips you need or whatever tutorial pieces you need. I'm kind of experimenting with the forum feature, but I haven't really quite figured it out just yet, so be patient with me there. But it's hopefully coming. Just shore these up. It's better. Okay. Cool. Alright, so now that's a connected piece. And then we've got this guy, which... This one's going to be interesting because this one doesn't technically connect across. I could make it connect across, and it would probably be a little bit easier to deal with. But I've got to think about that. I got to think about that one. Not much. Playing a game, waiting for the storm to pass. Oh, that's right. You guys are still dealing with that. How is that going? I'm doing good. You guys haven't seen any tornadoes yet? I really hope you guys don't. That would definitely be a downer. All right, so mesh tools, insert edge loop. So this should technically fail in a way, and it does. But that's what I want it to do, because this is where we're gonna carry this on through. All right, so we're gonna cut this guy. Go right there. And we're gonna just kind of do the same workflow that we've been doing. The only difference is we're gonna delete that. And then I think what I might do, let me see, let me look at this. Let's see where this guy actually rolls through. I don't know why. Oh. Come on. Just select that all the way through. Okay, so we don't want any of those faces. That's what we want. We've got what we want. That's good. That is a horrible edge loop. The thing that I don't like is that goes clear across. So I think what I might do is I might terminate this underneath the body. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna select all this extra junk here. And we're just gonna come down here. And I think we'll terminate it down in this space. So we're gonna deselect all the stuff that we do want. I'm gonna go to mesh, edit mesh, delete edge vertex. That'll clear that, but still lets us retain this. And then this is where we're gonna start working. So we're gonna delete these. And then we're going to call this like the merge point. All right. So let's go ahead and extrude this guy out. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these guys to kind of flap over to this. Because what I want to do is use this to merge across to that. That way we continue with that topology that we've got running through there. So we're going to target weld to that guy. And then same thing here. That closes that guy off, but leaves us with quads, which is what we wanted. Select that edge. This should go right to here. We're going to bridge that real quick. We're not going to because Maya selected something I didn't want it to. Oh, I see what it did. No, I don't. Let's make sure that we don't have anything else selected. I don't think we... Oh, we do. That's why. Alright, we're going to bridge that. That closes that off. That's all linked up there. And then down here is where we're going to kind of seal this off. Ragin says, hello, Ragin, how are you? When we were, let's see, nothing much playing today, waiting for the storm to pass. When we were at the Retina specialty appointment, we were put into a windowless rooms, but the weather is going to be going on all through the night. Jeez. It's crazy. Well, hopefully it doesn't get bad, and hopefully you guys avoid any tornadoes. That's 2 of the people on our team that have had to deal with tornadoes this year. It's not cool, man. I'm definitely happy we don't deal with those here. That's a nice little end gun. Why are you there? This is that other edge loop. So this runs to that corner. And then there's this useless one, so let's just do this. We're going to get rid of that guy. And take this guy and merge it together. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful flow. Okay. So that solves that stupid issue, but also doesn't at the same time. Mesh tools. Let's do this. We're going to do a multi-cut tool. We're going to take this guy, go right there, enter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to target weld these guys. Right there and right there. Escape. Just kind of flatten that guy out. So that's good. Alright. The biggest thing that we're going to have here, we're going to go mesh tools, multi-cut. So we're going to just kind of play a game of let's create a bunch of polygons and hope it all works out. Which, if you've ever 3D modeled, that's basically all you ever do. Okay. Alright, cool. Vertex. Stitch that together. This music isn't bad. I'm dealing with this music this time. All right, so the next thing is we've got this to kind of terminate up here. So we are going to create a little bit of extra geometry here because I'd like it to just square off entirely. But my concern here is I've got a nice little perfect edge loop right there. And then nothing. So, because of the way we're doing this, got to think about this for a second. Here's what we'll do. Do a multi-cut. I'm going to start right here. And we're going to go to right about here. Nope, not like that, though. Come on. I hate that it has to be within view. Right! Thank you so much. What was that? Oh, hold on. He's bidding me. Roy. 18 months. Jeez, thank you, man. Guys, if you don't know Roy's Parrot Club, make sure you're following Roy's Parrot Club. He is a wonderful human being who does a lot of education and stuff with birds and runs an avian rescue. And if you guys haven't seen them, I do have birds myself, and he is part of that reason. But thank you, buddy. Thank you for the resub. How you doing tonight, Roy? Okay. So, this is not the normal way that I would go about this, but I'm trying something different. It's probably not going to work, but you know what? There's no harm in trying. I also just don't want this to do that. I want to keep that as closed off as possible. I'll just pull this a little bit. Okay, so we're starting to kind of build our geometry here that we're going to use. Let's see, mesh tools, multi-cut tool. Enter there. I'm going to delete all this junk. I have a question. In your tutorial, you used a UV map with many colors. What's the difference with that and a basic map? So really the only difference is the basic one is just going to be your standard like checkered pattern. The other one gives you kind of a little bit more data so you can work with the actual grid itself with the colored checkers. It also kind of helps you with the numbers and the letters. So when you look at your model and you're looking at those actual pieces of text, you can really tell how sharp your UV is and where you're having issues when you can see those, so B1, for example. If you have a piece sitting on B1 and it's stretched just a little bit, you're going to see that better. So it's kind of just a more efficient way of working with your UVs. Both of them work fine. I used the standard checkered map for years before I figured that one out. So, it kind of comes down to personal preference, but I like the other one just because it does give me a little bit more data. And if you guys are interested, let's see. This is the one that I use. I generate all of them on this website. So that's a pretty good website to get UV checker maps made, and you can do some custom things with it. I happened to notice a lot of artists were moving away from the standard checkered to the more complicated one, and I found it a lot easier to work with, so that's why I use it. Jimsky, what's up? Doing good, just tired with work. We're cranking equipment out for some huge jobs. Oh, man. You guys didn't get approved for that one thing, did you? I don't want to mention it because I don't know if I need to, be hush-hush about it. Are you ready for my... Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. I should probably announce that, too. So, everybody who's watching right now, on the 20th... What is there? Oh, okay. On the 20th of this month, which is... is that next week? Oh, cool. That's next week. Yeah, so I'm definitely not ready. Got a scope. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. You're welcome, Lewis. So yeah, on the 20th, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream. I do not currently have an idea on what I'm doing. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do concept-wise, but I'm start to finish on a model. I'm going to go through kind of the same thing I've been doing with the Dune-inspired video and the sunglasses, where I'm just starting a model and going through the whole process. But I'm going to do it live, because I think it'll be fun. Big Brad, how are you doing? It's good to see you. And thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, so we'll be doing the 12-hour. I think I'm going to add some stuff to it to try to make it a little bit more interactive, I'm hoping. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, keep that in mind. The 20th, I'm going to post probably to my stories first, and then I'll post like an official flyer to my actual posts on Instagram. And then if you're in the Discord, they'll be in the Discord as well. If you need help with anything, let me know. I probably will, Roy, so I will hit you up, buddy. Thank you for the reminder of my impending doom. But excited for it, just nervous. I'm really happy though that I scheduled that before I go on vacation. Because I feel like if I did that and then didn't go on vacation, I'd probably die a little bit inside, so I'm kind of excited that I did that. But yeah, so that stream will be a whole new model, which will be kind of refreshing for me, honestly, because I've been working on this guy for so long that I do kind of want to break on it. And I'm choosing something a little bit more simple. Still something that I want to do, but just a little bit more simple. Why did that happen? No idea. Okay, you get pulled down here. That's not... What? Oh. Let's turn that off. Alright. Nope. Oh no. Merge. Why? Oh, I selected something else. Oops. There we go. Alright, so we're just gonna close this gap off. And then close this gap off. Okay, so that's kind of terminated now, and it's in a better spot. And now when I smooth the top of this, that continues on down the body, and it looks much nicer. Aside from this, just ignore this. Although everything really kind of terminated really nicely down there, didn't it? Everything's kind of already a quad. Except for this guy. I could fix that, though. Oh, okay. Maybe we... Alright, maybe. I got some thoughts. Maybe. Oh, man. Enjoying your content. Keep it up. Gas Game Studio. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Shoutout _out. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it on Twitch. Thank you guys. Make sure I didn't miss anything on YouTube here. No, I didn't. We're good. Okay, cool. I am working pretty quickly, or not pretty quickly, but I'm working as hard as I can to hit the threshold on YouTube to reach partner. So if you guys are following me on YouTube, thank you so much. If not, you should be there because there's some really good stuff there. Let's fix that. Surface slide. I just want to shore this up a little bit. Why you don't do what I want you to do? Maybe I just do that. It's better. Just trying to get some of this stuff lined up so it doesn't look horrid. I'm pretty okay with that. Now! If you guys didn't know, on Twitch you can play funny sounds and scare the crap out of me when I get hyper-focused. So that's a fun perk if you're not in there. There's an edge loop there. What are you doing? What are you? What are you doing while you're there? No reason. Gone. Absolutely gone. Actually, all of this. What is all of this? Why is it there? I think this is just leftover junk. That can go away. Yep. Seeing a lot of redundancy here. What do you do? That's why are you? So that's one I just made. That's okay. We'll keep that one. I do want to clean that up though. That's the one we need to cut still. Wait a minute. Oh shoot. Okay, I see what we had happen there. So we have two panels that technically interconnected into this one area. That's okay. That's not a huge deal. We can fix that. It's as much about troubleshooting where your edge loops are lying as it is just like trying to decide what you want to do artistically with something. But the nice thing is this one's already kind of built, So this is a real easy, quick edge loop to add in here. And delete you. I always find it easier to work from the inside out on these. So we'll just do that. Okay. That's a little bit too deep. Let's not do that. We started watching, if you guys have ever seen that show, The Bear, on FX or Hulu, whatever it is. Super good show. If you're into like cooking and restaurant shows, like dramas, it's an awesome show that we've been watching. Super happy that I've been watching more creative content and less like reality TV content, because the brain rot was setting in. I'm happy that we're not doing that right now. What else is selected? It's got to be something up here. But it's not. So why you no worky? Why am I in sculpting? Could not process the edge because of yada yada yada. There's an edge selected that needs to not be selected. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Boom. Let's see. Vertex. We're going to just weld these guys real quick. Okay, that should seal that guy off, and it's done. And then we got to go up here. And I think we will target weld these. Let's get that closer. Now we can get away with that. Yeah, okay. That was pulling weird things. I don't know why it was doing that. Okay. So now we got that. That's fantastic. We do have this edge loop, which I'm starting to realize may be redundant and useless. It looks like it is. So let's just get rid of it. Weirdly, this is like one of my favorite parts of modeling, is going through and troubleshooting your model. And I don't know why. That's why that was a thing. Well, it doesn't really have to be. But, wait a minute, that's a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, no? Okay. I'm just gonna leave that then. And we'll just target weld this last guy. I see why that existed. Okay. So that's got a triangle there that we don't want, so we're gonna get rid of that. And then we're gonna repair that, because that is not what we want. All right. Hey, Marcia, how are you doing? Connor, I can't bring myself to watch kitchen shows. I spent more than 5 hours, 5 of the last 8 years watching dishes at commercial kitchens. I know the lies. I get that. I absolutely get that. Working in IT for as long as I have, every time there's like a hacking thing or something on like a TV show, I can't do it. It's usually just too stupid to comprehend. Okay, so I'm seeing where I might have a little bit of an issue, because I've got this long polygon now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this in entirely. because I'd rather this be the same, and that looks like that's gonna accomplish what I want. So the nice thing is these are so inset that you're not really gonna notice much of a nasty geometry in there. So escape 1, 3. Everything's flowing really nicely though. Everything's a quad. That's what we want, and we just got rid of that triangle, which is fantastic. No, it still looks like there's one there. Hey man, I appreciate your page. You're doing an amazing thing. Thank you so much, K Gomez. I appreciate it. I try to give people what I think they need or what they would want. So if you guys have any ideas or anything like that, make sure you're in my Discord. Join my Discord. We talk in there, and we'll. I try to make sure that there's the space for people to request things. So, Marsha, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday night. Hoping it's not as hot as it is over here as it is for you up there. That's an end gun, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not, unfortunately. It's a really ugly face. But technically, the only thing that's wrong here is this triangle. And I could resolve that. And I'm gonna. That's still a quad. Okay. That kind of handles that. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, so let me check something real quick here. What is this? Go away. Oh shoot, we had 3 people join the Discord. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Better than snow. I don't agree. I hate the heat. I truly hate the heat. Okay. Not the biggest fan in the world of this, but once it's all supported, it'll look fine. Overall, though, I'm really happy with the way this is kind of flowing now. I'm trying to ignore that because I just don't like it, but I don't know. Decide if I need to fix that. Hey, you're the shout out, Sharky.
Alright, Cryptic, everything else looks...
Oh, I'm in that clip. That's fun. Well, we don't have AC, so I'm met on the heat. You guys don't have AC up there? Why? Is it broken, or does your home just not have one? That sucks. Headwinds. I'm a 17-year-old Colombian 3D sculptor. I know English. I'm using a translator. Oh, you're good. Welcome on in. Thanks for hanging out on the YouTube. Alright, so I'm getting kind of a weird... Why is that doing that? I don't really know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Adjust the music just a tad bit because I'm worried it's like overshadowing me. Alright, we're good. Okay. Super happy with that. Much less dense. Much cleaner. It's going to be a lot easier to work with. I am curious, though. It's probably not going to work, but let's see. It works in an opposite way. It actually kind of works the way I would expect it to work, so... That's kind of fun. Wait a minute. What are you connected to? That's fine. Okay. That's stuff we're going to worry about when I start paneling. But that's okay. So let's look over here. What do you do? What is your purpose in life here, aside from screwing up my model? Your purpose is nothing, and deleted you will be. Okay. What are you? It's another supporting loop. Deleted, you're probably going to be... Yes. Goodbye. Okay. Sometimes when I'm building these things, I get way too comfy just adding a bunch of extra crap, so I try really hard not to add a bunch of extra junk. Am I lagging on stream? Currently 80 degrees Fahrenheit in my room alone. That's probably pretty close to my office, I'm not going to lie. I have too many computers running in here. Most of the houses up this way are pretty old. Didn't ever have AC to begin with. Well, that sucks. I mean, you guys are kind of in the mountains, so I guess it's not too bad, but I do know how that can get. So that sucks that you guys don't have ACs. See, I'd rather be in hot than cold, so it's fine. See, I think my argument to that would be I would rather be cold than hot, because like if you're cold, you can start a fire, you can get under a blanket, you can do any number of things. But when you're hot, like there's only so many pieces of clothing you can take off before you're just skin. So I don't know. That's how I think about it. Hey, stop being a brat. Woohoo, clean. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm feeling better about the cleanness of it. It definitely had a lot of unnecessary things in it. But it's okay. We're working on it. I'm falling more in love with the idea of like actually cleaning up the model than I was. I do kind of want that to merge into the body a bit though. So I want to just pull these out a tad. And then we're going to continue that loop all the way through here. And then reconnect it up here, because I don't like the way that is. So, that's our next one. I actually really wish that was just like... I really hate these faces, because they're kind of getting in the way and ruining the vibe there. So the question is should I redo that area? Or should I just allow it to exist? It's hidden, technically, like you're never gonna see it. I'm wondering if I should just get rid of it. Or if I should just keep it. Hold on. Good test. Good test. Okay, so it does go all the way through. I think this is... Yeah, if I recall, we fixed all of this last stream. We did. So maybe I won't touch that as much as I want to, because those are all flowing the way I need them to, and I'd much rather not mess with that. I'm the furthest away from the AC. See, we have a swamp cooler, right? So like when it gets hot enough or humid enough, it's basically useless. But I don't know. It's I think I would much rather be cold than hot. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Cold or hot? Or what's your favorite season? Just want to make sure I get all this correctly. Oops, let's not do that. I could select the whole loop and just deselect what I don't want, but I'm being lazy. And I don't feel like digging through the model right now, so we're just gonna sloppily do this. Alright, perfect. And that'll connect right there. We're gonna go Q escape, we're gonna drag this guy, we're gonna change our constraint to surface slide, we're gonna pull this in. Just kind of line these up as best as possible. And then go inside. We'll select the entire edge. Deselect this junk. We don't need it. And then this junk down here. Alright, cool. I don't know why I tried to avoid this for as long as I did, but that's not what I wanted. No, that is what I wanted. Where's my handle? Why are you up there? Whatever. Okay. Should be enough to get me started. It is. Alright, Q escape. Grab these guys. Turn it off, surface slide. Pull these down. Pull these in. We're gonna target weld. Just one of them. Okay. Select all this again. Make sure we don't have anything extra over here. We do. We're going to bridge that. I'm going to focus right here. And try to clean up this seal here. Vertex, target weld. You go there and you go there, and that is one loop that now feeds through the entire model. So much nicer. Smooth it. Got a nice little cut through there. Still hate this area, but I've had to make peace with the fact that this area is probably just going to look like garbage, and I'm going to hide it as best as I can. Because I'm simply just tired of it. Favorite season is spring, mid to late spring specifically. Not too hot yet, but really that cold anymore. Yeah, true. Very true. That's what sucks. We used to get a really nice spring here. And now we just get hot. We get like 2 days of spring. So the way our April works, we get like 2 to 3 days of spring. Then we go back to winter. And then we go back to two or three more days of spring. And then we get like a freeze and a like dead of winter. And then we go to hot for summer. So it's just like our climate is just awful here. I love New Mexico, but sometimes, man. Let's just pull that in. Okay. Just trying to maintain that nice like knife-like silhouette. And I dig it. I dig it a lot. Okay. So we've cleaned up all that. That's all nice and dandy. Cool. Another big area that I hate is right up here. And there's a lot that I can do to fix this that I'm seeing. Starting with merging all of this junk together. The problem with that, though, let me think about this. Because if I go, I delete these faces, and delete these faces, Q escape, and I bridge this guy. That does a good bridge there. And then I bridge that guy. We've got to, okay, no, this'll work. This'll work. This is fine. Alright, so here is where I might consider. What does that do? Okay. Alright, cool. That's much nicer. This needs to be corrected, though. This music is giving me, like, Blade Runner vibes, and I'm here for it. I selected something I didn't want to. Make sure I didn't grab anything else. No, I didn't. Let's use surface slide. Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, that just kind of made it worse. Oh, look at that. Cool. It's even better. Let's just switch that orientation here. Okay, there we go. We'll just rotate that back into place. Just trying to level that back out. I'm gonna have to go through and re-level a lot of this, but let's save that for later. Do an edge slide here. Or not, because it's only going to drag in one area. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Happy with it. Eagle Eye Hunts, thank you for the lurk. Did 7 years in Minnesota. Winters are brutal here. The summers suck just as much. Yeah, I've heard the winters up there are pretty bad. That's crazy. I've always wanted to go to Minnesota. I've never done it.
I want you to know tortillas are just flat
God,
corn.
you scared the crap out of me. What? What? I hate you. Tortillas are just flat corn. That is not true. What about flour tortillas, Chris? That's not what I wanted. That's streamer bot. I just minimized my... There we go. That was such a weird thing to have somebody say to me. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright. I also disagree because you didn't have an answer for flour tortillas. Alright, so where I'm seeing a problem now is we don't have anything here. Generally, if I merge all of that junk, it's going to create a triangle. So the question is then, do I try to correct this? And if so, where do you go? Let's trace this guy out. Ah, yeah, so that's not good. So that you don't want that.
No, your brain is constantly eating itself.
Yes. You guys are confused as to why there's people joining my call. I'm in one of our team discords. That's why that's happening. Okay, so where do you go? So you stop right there. Oh, okay. Why does it do that? So technically this should drag across and then go up here. That's why it loops around. I kind of want to stop that though. So where does this go? This is that edge loop. Okay. I asked Sharky if I should meme or be nice. He said meme. Oh, okay. I get much more here in Northern California now. Rarely drops below freezing, gets over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, less than 30. Yeah, but then you got to worry about everything being on fire, don't you? Isn't Northern California like where all the fires happen every year? If not, I mean, I could be wrong. But then again, we were on fire most of last year too. So, to all team members, we are not supposed to be in there. Sharky and I are just being dicks. You don't get to pull a hearing aid excuse on that one, Sharky. Denied. I'm deaf. Yes, I can. No, I'm not allowing it. I refuse to allow that. It's almost like I need another loop to go through here. But I would be essentially cutting this off. And then somehow merging it into this guy. It's these spiral loops kill me. So I gotta think about this one. Because I could technically just kill this by merging a bunch of this together. Problem is that it's kind of necessary over here. Or is it? It really isn't, looking at it. I could get away with that. I could merge all that junk all the way through here up to this point, and then I can cut a new edge line through here. Okay. We're going to do some mesh surgery. So we're going to go multi-cut. We're going to Start right here. Come right up here. And then right here. I'm going to leave that open because that's where I want to be. I'm going to select that guy. And we're just going to start merging. If you're not familiar with the target weld tool, it is such a nice tool. This is actually cleaning up a lot of this geometry I didn't like. So I can appreciate that. Okay. It's 2 hours. Oh, I've heard this song on Dr. Disrespect's channel. I always get worried because, like, if I hear something he uses, I'm like, he probably paid for that, and like, I don't have the monies for paying for royalty-free music right now. Although I am thinking about signing up for like Epidemic or something like that. Oop. I don't know if anyone has any good experience with them, but oh, did I do that backwards? No, I don't think I did. In fact, I think I did that right, so let's see. Okay, we're still solid there. We're still solid there, aside from the fact that I'm cutting it in half right now. Okay, and then that'll kind of fold up through here. And then the other thing we got to worry about here is this guy. So this guy is currently causing a weird loop. So I got to figure out where to merge that down. So let's work our way through here. Joel, hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's change this to edge slide and just kind of try to keep that fixed up there. Connor, California is most always on fire somewhere. It's a fact of life now. I live where the big 2017 wildfires were that made national news back then. Oh man. Has the area recovered much? Or is it still pretty scorched? I know we had some pretty bad ones last year that were pretty detrimental to areas like Ruidoso and things like that. So, hoping we don't have that again this year. All of these edge loops in here, I want to clean these up. Okay. Alright, so here's where I get that issue. And the reality is, if I'm looking at this the way I want to look at this. So that's where I want my edge loop going through. So the problem here is if I select this, this creates this nasty curve. We don't want that. And this is my also still curve, but it's because it's selecting everything else. This is the loop that I want to connect up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reshape this area here. Pretty heavily, actually. I'm going to delete this. Because that's technically what we want there. Turn off that constraint. Edge. I'll bridge that. Bridge this guy. That should give me that nice flow. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what we were going for. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So now we just got to repair all this. Which, weirdly enough, I can see now where I had issues. So mesh tools, insert edge loop. So we're going to drag a new edge loop there. Boom, 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 boom. School have rebuilt and grass has grown back, but there's still a lot of reconstruction going on even now. Jeez. That's crazy. It's amazing how much damage those fires do. We don't get hit super bad with them usually, but sometimes, man. Alright. So the question here, what do you do? Are you a single edge loop? So that is an edge loop that kind of folds to the back of the model. We're going to leave that for now. We are going to target weld to those though. And then we have these guys. So the way I had this before, it was kind of like pincering in the middle. I don't necessarily want to do that this time. So the question is then, what do I do? Do I just merge that inwards? Also, what happens if I do that? Actually, it might be better if I just do this one. Try this. Can you not do that? Oh, it doesn't change too much, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this. I think this will probably be better with just vertexes. I do wish you could. Oh, can you? Is it gonna let me do this? No. It makes sense as to why that wouldn't work. Okay. I haven't saved in a minute. I'm gonna save. Daniel, amazing. Thank you so much. Alright, we're gonna just continue welding this across. Unless any of you know any neat tricks for getting an entire edge loop to merge across without doing this. Because I actually don't. It was really surreal. I learned a lot from my brother ringing the doorbell with his giant dog at 2 a.m. wearing an industrial respirator saying, you know, half the city's on fire. Oh, man. That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy. Thankfully, like, where we are, like, it's just dirt. So, we don't really get to deal with that, but we do see the smoke every once in a while. Like, we'll get pretty inundated with smoke if there's a fire near us. I think a really bad one a long time ago was, I think it was, which mountain was it? It was a volcano that exploded. Yes, Papa. There was a volcano that exploded. I don't remember which one it was, though. But we saw ash from that one for a long time. That was in, like, 2009. Let me see. Hold on. Which one was that? For some reason my Google's not loading. Let's see. I don't remember which one that was. Chris, you're my weird facts person. What was the last volcano that erupted in the US? And when was it? Ooh, I'm lagging like crazy. NVIDIA? Hold up a second. What's going on here? Why is my encoder overloading? Are we good? We're running at 60 frames a second on YouTube, 60 frames a second on Twitch. Instagram's kind of back to normal. Okay. We'll just leave it for now, I guess. Not a huge deal. It's fine. Where I worked in 2020 one day at work, went out in the front of the parking lot, could see smoke from 3 separate fires. Good God. That's crazy. This is easier, but this is also kind of like a stupid amount of work. But I want to preserve that edge as best as possible, so I'll just deal with it. This is also really nice because it's removing another edge loop. It's kind of been my goal with these last couple of streams, is just to remove as much geometry that I created for whatever reason. That way I can start fresh again. Right before I UV. Did I do that right? Nope, I screwed that up. Okay. Boom. How many tries am I at? It's up here in the corner. What am I at right now? 2.5. Part of the reason we're doing this is to reduce it just a little bit tad. Again, I'm not really hyper focused on how dense this model is. It's a portfolio piece. I don't really care. This is more for like completionist type deal. What did I do wrong here? Oh. Okay. Stigma. Big Pratt. Is this... Yeah, it was my, it's NVIDIA broadcast. Like, I like using it. But I think right now with my 3070, it's just not the best idea. Just too bad, because, like, I am not setting up the green screen ever again. I got so tired of doing that, it was literally, like, making me not want to stream. Not that I really need it, but it does kind of add a nice little thing to my streams. Hello! What's up, Madness? How you doing, buddy? Nope. Really quick, what is the tool you're using right now? This is called Target Weld. It's in the modeling toolkit, so it's right down at the bottom. And then the easiest way to do it is just kind of grab the vert that you're pulling and then drag it, and it'll weld it across. I might even do a quick tip on this one. I don't know, I try to make the quick tips like something like if you were just starting out in Maya and you had no idea, so I might do it. I might do it. I think it'll be useful for somebody. Okay. This is where it's gonna get a little funky. So we're gonna drag to that point. Okay, so that's cool. I've got that solid edge loop. Just close it up a bit, drag it out a tad bit. Much better, much nicer. Uh-oh. What happened there? Good God, Big Brat. Oh, did I merge a bunch? I did. Must have done that by accident. That's okay. Nothing a quick bridge can't fix. The rigging quick tip was super useful. I'm glad. I'm really glad. It does seem like people find those really useful. So I'm going to continue with those. Plus, I like making them. Why are you not bridging? What is wrong with you? Oh, that's why. And then this guy. And you. All right. And then anything else? We good? Solid. Green. Perfect. That looks like crap. Why does it look like crap? Because there's an extra face or something going on in there. What is that? Okay. Please don't make any more of those. Ooh, that's not a good sign. So tell me, why are you doing this? Because it's only doing one. Should be auto-linking those when I bridge them, so bridge. Alright, there we go. Just had a few nasty areas. This area we're going to do something with. I don't know what yet, though. And then we got this guy to route through, so let's route that through now. Dylan, thank you for the follow. Doing alright, just getting done with class. How goes it? It goes, man, it goes. How was class? Alright, I'm gonna not be lazy with this one.
Hey, Cryptic.
Hey.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah. What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, fix your camera.
Fix my camera. What happened to my camera? Oh, look at that.
You're itty bitty.
That's fun. What the hell? Oh, shoot. Did somebody play that thing?
Yeah. The horror zoom.
Oh, I gotta disable that. Alright. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye. Here. While I fix this, I'm gonna shout out Stigma for letting me know. Camera. Oh.
Sorry, I broke it.
Oh, I see what that did. Okay, hold on. Studio mode. Camera. Oh, that's okay. You're good. Don't worry about it. I actually need to fix that, is the problem. Okay. Alright, Steve. Alright, that's fixed. That's better. Okay. Much better. Alright, we're going to delete all that. I'm going to pull these guys in. This is honestly just like, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying to go through and do, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt. Especially when it gets all mashed up like this.
Cryptic.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Hello? Alright, so we'll close that guy. And then just that guy, right? Is that all we want? Yes. Alright. Extrude this guy out. Thank you for giving it to me here. Bridge that. Perfect. Don't be afraid to combine multiple tools while you're using them. Sometimes it's super helpful and like saves time. I forget to do it all the time. But it does help. Okay, so we're up here now. Where it's looking pretty good. Wait a minute. Something tells me I'm in the wrong spot. Am I in the wrong spot? Is this wrong? This is wrong. Okay. I'm gonna just target weld these real quick. Boom. Boom. Alright, so that's cut through. That looks good. Q escape. File, save scene. I don't know why I just smoothed it. Man, I don't like I like the Maya binary files, but god, the risk you take by using them on losing work just makes me not want to use them anymore. But they're so much faster at saving. Alright, I'm going to change this to surface slide. We're going to just drag these in here and reshape this a bit. I've spent so much time in this one area, and I'm actually quite tired of spending time in this area. So, hoping this will be kind of the end of it. Okay. I'll clean that up later. Alright. Well, we succeeded in getting a little bit further on our quad cleanup. That's looking super gorgeous. Let's see. It's flowing along much better. It's looking much nicer. This ship has such a cool shape to it. It does suck that I can't do anything with this model because I'm in agreement not to, but it's such a pretty design. I hate this area. Let's fix this up here. Oh. Off. We'll do surface. I just kind of want these to like pull in. I don't know if it's really going to let me do that. That's future Matt's problem. I think that's what that is. Where's my chat? Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. It was May. We're starting to build a mini airplane. That sounds like fun. Is it going to fly? You were so little. I know. I hate that that breaks that. I need to fix that. Past cat always a pain in the ass. You're good, cat. But I appreciate you guys for telling me. Okay. So overall, what do we have here? So that loops across there. We do want to correct that one next. Because I got this little triangle that I hate, and I don't want it there anymore. So, I'm going to slide these guys this way. Okay. And then what we're going to do, think about this. We're going to delete these for sure. I'm going to cut down through here. Cut right through here. Kill that. And again, throughout this whole process, if any of you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I do not mind answering them. Don't be shy. Why are you a triangle? You look like a useless edge loop. Ooh, but is it? It is. Bye. Okay. Cool. I'm willing to bet this one's useless too. No, that's a... I could get away with not having it, but I don't think I'm going to delete that. I'm going to keep that for now. That one I'd be okay with it running across, so I might drag that one through. In fact, what we'll do here, just smooth this out a bit. Okay. So now, this guy is selecting across what we want. And this will be a good place to kill that. So, vertex, target weld. Nope. No, well, but it gets customized. But I get to customize it as long as the base figured out the plane looks decent. I can paint it and add decals. That's cool. That's fun. At least that's kind of a fun project. Get to be a little bit creative. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. If I think about this, that's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4.5 point. No, that's not gonna work. All right, come back to that area. That's not where we're focusing right now. We're focusing on the future, so, or the past, I guess. Multi-cut. So in all technicality, this guy is going to flow all the way through this model. I don't know what part of this song this is, but I actually kind of really dig it. Where am I at right now? 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to add this to my my mix. Control C. I have 2 volume mixes of music I use on stream. And I try to add to them. And then I'm thinking at some point I'll do a 3rd volume. Kind of a fun little project. That's a huge triangle. How did I miss that? Is it unnecessary too? It is. Cool. This is one of those things that like I try to make everything as entertaining as possible, but at the same time, like, there are parts of our job with this stuff that like are not fun. They are not glamorous, but I feel like you guys being able to watch it live and see like somebody troubleshooting their actual model can help you in the future with yours. So I hope you guys find that useful. For instance, why the hell did that just happen? Okay. Let's not do that. Not to there. So I prepped the pieces and set up how I want it to look. What are you going to do? Design-wise, what you going to do to it? Bro, can you teach me how to model a face and body? So unfortunately, I really can't. I'm not an organic modeler yet. I am learning anatomy on the side, but I am nowhere near teaching somebody how to anatomically model a face. I could tell you my buddy Jared Chavez, he's a character modeler. He'd probably be a much better resource. His YouTube is really solid for character design and character development, so that might be a good place to look. He's also on Instagram, but he's very good at what he does. She could just like, actually, does that work if I do target weld? Just drag it right there? No. That's fine. Alright, cool. That saved us some polygons, cleaned up the mesh a little bit, and now we have a functional edge loop that actually makes freaking sense. Alright, cool. That one kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't make sense. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense, does it? There's a lot of extra edge loops in here that I'd like to just merge over and get rid of entirely. But some of them I feel like I need, so I'll probably have to end up terminating a lot of these. So this area is going to be the next big thing, right? Although I don't really know. I don't really know if I need to worry that far into this. I think I might be overthinking it. I see you. I also don't know why you exist. What are you? So that travels through, goes up, hits there. Where do you go? Oh, I see where that goes. Okay. I'm gonna leave that. Alright. We're getting to a better spot here. One thing I don't like, though, is the sheer amount of polygons I have coming off of this vent. Just really not sure how I want to kill those. Because I've kind of terminated a couple of them down here. But I'm not really super interested with having them running across the model. So what I might do... Mesh tool, insert edge. No. It's multi-cut tool. I'm finally going to actually look at this. I don't want to look at this part, but I'm going to. Okay, enter. We're going to just try to weld some of this together. All right, so that leaves us with 3. So what I want to do here, I'm going to cut a center one. Let's weld you to that. Trying to think how I want to end this, because this is a pretty hidden area, so technically I could get away with just triangling it. And I think I might do that. So if I go mesh tools, multi-cut, go from here to here. Merge that. That's not what I want. All right. So that kind of reduces that. And then I'd like to further reduce it throughout here. The question is how? Because I can go all the way through this model, but I'm not really necessarily super interested in doing that. I can do one edge loop. I'd be okay with that. So maybe what we do, mesh tools, multi-cut. Enter. 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 And then technically I can quad that. Because that falls through there. And then that should fall through there. Okay. Beautiful. And with that, we created one quad to end off all that triangle. And then what I could do is I can just go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop. I can just add my new lane through here. Tools, multi-cut. Okay, terminate that. And then I just want to see where this goes. Stops right there. Why does it stop right there? That's kind of weird. Huh. Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop tool. Oh, that's why that stops right there. All right, well. We fixed that the manual way. Okay. Boom and boom. Cut clear across. To right here. It has to be in view. There we go. Truly Soy, did you see the new updates for my 2025 extrude going crazy? Yeah, the new extrude tool is pretty nice. And for those of you who don't really know what it is, I can kind of show you here. Let me save this before I do this so I don't screw anything up. S3B87, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So mine's new extrude tool is really cool. It's called Smart Extrude. You can actually just take a face and drag it all the way through the model, and it will cut through everything. And it shows you kind of what it's screwing up geometry-wise. I wouldn't recommend it for something like that, but like if you were putting a hole in something, so if you were building like a piston and you had a cylinder at the end of the piston, you wanted to just pull it through and not deal with like cutting it, pulling it, and then linking everything together, it's kind of a really nice tool for that. But yeah, Patchouli Soy, how you doing? Thinking of adding an old Bristol fighter? Nice. That's cool. All right. We are getting somewhere. I'm feeling a lot better about this. And I'm seeing where I could kind of start to work some of this stuff in here. Escape. Mesh tools. I'm going to delete this edge. Mesh tools, multi-cut. Go right there. Boom. The reason I did that is because I can now take this guy, drag it here, drag it here, drag it there, and terminate that section. So now that's all solid and looking great. Oh, God, I can't read. Keep up the good work, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you doing, Oliver? All right. Feeling much better. I'm modeling too right now. I'm making a low poly astronaut for a video game. Nice. That's cool. That's awesome. Is it for like an indie game or like a large studio game? That sounds super cool. I've never really done low poly. I think I need to challenge myself at some point to do a low poly model because I like detail. So figuring out how to add detail without being high poly is a terrifying concept to me. What else did you select that I didn't want you to select? Nothing really. Turn that off. All right. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, so we don't want that, but we do want the... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Alright, so obviously that kind of needs to continue. So, how do I want to do that? Might just end up merging that up, honestly. Because it seems redundant at this point to even have that. No, you're not going to let me do that? Nope. Come on. There we go. There's another edge loop there I got to get rid of. That's okay. I've already been going for 2 hours. My God. It's crazy. Okay, so we want to be a little careful in here. Actually going to switch back to vertex. I'll just make sure everything we're grabbing is going to where it needs to go instead of jacking anything up. Okay, we're good there. This is helping me clean up a lot of these extra faces down here that I didn't want. Which is pretty great, honestly. I'm pretty happy with the way this is going so far. I can't see that vert. Wait a minute. What am I looking for here? I think you need to be dragged there. Right? Yep. Boom. Okay, so that leaves that one exposed area. Woo! Alright. Yeah, indie game, yes, it's a challenge, but I like 3D problems, though. That's how I feel. Like, it is kind of like a puzzle. This model itself has been a huge puzzle. And I've enjoyed it for the most part. Alright, so we have some N-gons there. We're going to want to nix those at some point. Thank you so much for the follow, Neil Goswami. Appreciate it. QQ. We're going to pull this guy. Nope. I want my transform to surface. Da-da. The question is do I terminate this loop or do I just let it live there for right now? Is there anything I can easily terminate it to? Probably not. What if I do an edge loop? So what does that do? Where do you go? It goes clear across the model, but it loops. That's weird. Why does it do that? Huh. I feel like that's a weird place for it to stop. Yeah, so we're not gonna do that. I don't know. I don't know how I want to end that one. I'm gonna leave that one for right now. 'Cause I'm trying to think of what I could, like, I could technically, no, I can't drag it across because that's an open, not sure. But I saw something back here that I kind of hated, so what are you? I did that on purpose. And that's still doing what it needs to. It's this thing. What are you and why are you there? Doesn't even know. Target weld. And target weld. See, this is so nice for finding all these little problems. Patchouli Soy, I hope your model goes well. I'd love to see it when it's done. 56, I love the name. Thank you so much for the follow. Off to bed. Have a great night, cat. Have a wonderful night. Get some good sleep. There's a triangle here, and I hate it. I don't want it. I don't want it there. Where you go? What do you do? Is that new one that I just created? No. No. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that I established is not important. I hate that. Hate that that's not important. Hello, guys. Hey, how are you doing, 56? Is there something I can call you aside from or do you prefer Because I don't mind saying it. It is kind of fun to say. Alright, so the concept we have here now is this line flows directly through and does absolutely nothing. Aside from cause me a headache right here. So I think that's the next one to go. I'm actually really excited because this means we're getting, and that's not what I wanted, we're getting close. We're getting close to me being able to just go and UV this sucker real quick, and then, I say real quick, it's probably going to take me a day to do this entire thing. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, what was I merging? This is so great, and that is so not great. Why is that there? I don't know. Okay. We have an extra vert there. Mesh tools. Delete edge vertex. In a sense, this kind of sucks because I'm like deconstructing my model, but at the same time, I guess it's fine. You can call me Julian. It's more easier. I'm fine. That's good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. And I will call you Julian. I will try to remember that. If I forget, please do not be afraid to remind me. How'd you find us tonight, Julian? I'm probably going to end up doing a poll, too, on Instagram to see how many people are interested in watching me UV this live. And I guess if I get enough responses, I will do it live. If not, I will just handle it not live. I may also do a combination of both because I don't think one live stream is going to handle this entire model. Come here. I think I can get away with using edges now. Yeah. Much faster. And then these little crevices, I gotta go back to edge or vertex. Beautiful. This is honestly fixing so many issues with this model, and I'm so happy about it. I'm not happy I'm doing it, but I'm happy that it's fixing things. But at this point, I think I've streamed this entire thing's creation. Not gonna be afraid. Can you repeat the question? I think I just asked how you were doing. I already forgot, which is why I said don't be afraid to like remind me. Why are you there? Oh, repeat the question. No. The question's gonna be if people want me to UV this live. Because it's a pretty complicated model. And then the other question I asked is, how did you find us tonight? Because I'm always curious. Alright, we'll go back to edge mode now. Just sew these little bevel edges. There we go. Nope. These little bevels. No. Okay, cool. We're good there. Perfect. Yeah, of course, I'm in video game school, and I'm trying to understand UV right now, and it's complicated. Yeah, UV is a pain. But once you get better at it, like once you do it a couple of times, it kind of becomes second nature. I think I responded to somebody today who said that they just like to pop on a movie now, and they can like just zone out in UV, and I'm getting to that point where I don't have to think about it as badly. But I remember when I first started UVing, I hated everything about it, and I hated the entire process. Let's not do the top there yet. Also, for those of you who are here who weren't here at the beginning, I got a 12-hour stream coming up on the 20th. I will be doing the entire process, start to finish, of creating something. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a character or not yet. Alright, I'm getting underneath this to do this, because this is just bugging me. And it'll all be live on all my platforms that I'm on. How long have you been in school, Julian? And are you enjoying it so far? Did I already get all those? Why do I not trust that I got those? I don't know. I feel like I didn't. I didn't. These are like super specific to try to grab in here. That's the one thing I'll say about hard surface modeling is if you're looking to do paneling like this, be prepared for these little crevices, especially if you have to go back and fix things. Because they will kind of be a nightmare. But we're done with this, so... Sweet. I love this. Okay, perfect. I did create a... Nope, still quad. Still quad. Save scene. Scroll through here, make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. There we go. Alright, cool. That's looking and feeling so much better than it was before. Alright, let's see here. Let me think. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here real quick. Give me a second. And then let's see what I'm gonna do. Try something different. Let me pause my music real quick. I just throw this up for a second. So if you guys are not on my YouTube, I'm gonna play a video off my YouTube here real quick. Where is it? Is it this one? This is my latest one. Open with VLC. Thanks, VLC. All right, I'll be right back, everybody. Just enjoy the video.
Fuck did you come out of there? Or were you just waiting to scare me?
I was waiting to scare you. Oh, Jesus.
That karma's a bitch.
I deserve that. I deserve that. Oh my god.
Somebody in your channel clip that. That was good.
Oh.
That was karma, and I love.
Just run to it, run to it. We got this. I just gotta go quick. Don't jump, you dick! No! Shit, cock!
I know I'm not live yet, but this is tempting me way too much. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Whoa! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquareHouse!
Oh, nice. That just closed. I think. What happened there? Oh, I was playing on the wrong screen. My bad. Oops. Thank you for playing some shoutouts while I was gone, Chris. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm not good. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at streaming. I never claimed I was good at streaming. Yeah, I enjoy it. I study everything we need to learn in the video game industry, like game design, 2D, 3D graphic design. Nice. Very cool. I have a buddy who does game design. Or not game design. He does character art for game studios. So it's pretty cool. Other than annoying the shit out of you and asking your life is difficult, I got you. Nah, Chris is an excellent mod. I love him. Give him a shout out here real quick.
Oh, you just do this. It's like slowly see.
Oh, I don't have those set up on Instagram. I'll have to fix that. All right. So, we've done a lot here. I don't necessarily... I want to clean this up real quick because I kind of hate that. Maya Solar Thinker. We all love it here. Just trying not to like screw that up, but I just wanted that to look a little bit prettier. Use Houdini. I tried to use Houdini once. So back when I decided that using 2014 Student Maya was no longer going to work for me because it was so old and dilapidated that I didn't want to use it anymore, I was mad that I couldn't get Maya for cheaper than, you know, $3,000 a year. And so I went on a spree of trying different applications. I tried Cinema 4D, I tried Houdini, I tried all of that. And Houdini stressed me the hell out. I could not figure out how to do anything in that thing. I think I made a cup. I modeled a cup in Houdini. So I didn't have a good time with Houdini. So I think it'll be something I try eventually because I really like Houdini's physics engines. Like the way it handles things like smoke and lightning and all that stuff. It's really nice. But no, otherwise I'm really bad at Houdini. Is there a full video on YouTube? There are 2 process videos on this model on YouTube. Each one I think is like an hour and a half long or something like that, but you can watch those. Every single one of my live streams from start to finish on YouTube on this ship is there. So they're all available because I've been working on this now for a couple of months. Houdini is not for modeling. No, it wasn't. I was trying to replace Maya with Houdini, and it just was not good. Is pirating a sin? With the way I am out there on the internet, I don't pirate my software. Whatever you're gonna do. So for me, it's not good. Send you a private message if you can read it in your free time. Yes, I can. I absolutely will. I try to respond to everybody's messages that I possibly can. Is Maya used for dynamics in today's industry? It can be. It's kind of hit or miss. Bifrost, from what I understand, is pretty powerful. I haven't really experimented with it much. I do know that Bifrost was kind of an offshoot of an application that was used to do heavy water simulation for like Avatar. But that was before Autodesk bought it. I do know Bifrost is powerful. I don't know how heavily it is, because a lot of the dynamics and the simulation stuff that you see in movies and like things like Pixar movies, those are usually in-house built tools. So I think kind of your better option for dynamics, if Bifrost isn't doing something for you, is to look at something like Fume Effects. I've used Fume Effects a lot, and it was a really good tool. And then Houdini. Houdini's really good for all of that stuff as well. I don't like Bifrost. I've never used it, so I can't really speak on it much. I'm going to be doing some experiments with it soon. The way Maya cache is a bit slow. It can be. It actually, yeah, it absolutely can be. So I can't really speak to Bifrost, but I do know that people can use it. Yeah, Houdini I know is kind of like top of the line when it comes to simulation in the film industry and stuff like that. Which is why I thought it would be a good replacement for Maya, but it wasn't. So I ended up buying Maya. Good morning. I'm so sorry if I say this wrong, but is it Abhishek? Abhishek? Good morning. It's good to see you on YouTube. If I got your name wrong, please tell me so I can make sure I correct that in the future. I feel like that's a useless edge loop. I was just looking at that. Do we think that's useless? Yeah, I think it's useless. Do I? So if I merge that, that creates a triangle there. Yeah, no, it's doing something somewhat important. I'll keep it. Have you ever tried Clarissa? I don't even know what that is. Let me look it up. You mean Clara? I see Clara. Clara.io. In the movie, like Pirates of the Caribbean used Maya for heavy ocean simulation, and the result was outstanding. Absolutely, yeah. So like some of them do. I don't have like a list of movies that do use Maya. I can tell you that a lot of studios will build their own simulation plugins depending on what they need. I know with Pirates of the Caribbean, I think it was like 3, they had to develop a new particle system that would allow them to do the green screen work with the amount of water that they had on set, and they had to just kind of figure all that stuff out. So yeah, it's kind of a toss-up, but I do think some studios will use Maya. Claris. Oh, okay, Claris. Claris 3D. 3D CAD viewer. I don't. I've never used this. I do like that they support the 3D Connection Space Mouse, because I have one of those. I need to get a new one of those. Yeah, no, I've never used that. Looks like you got a lot of Indian audience. I have audience from all over the world. It's actually pretty crazy. Let's see. Yeah, no, I've never used Claris. The my STL viewer I usually use is honestly Orca Slicer. I'll use that just to view like 3D print files. And 3D printing is something I will be bringing to the channel eventually. I'm just not ready to yet. Maya 2024 takes a lot of time to open compared to the 22 version. I can tell you 25 opens faster than 24. 24 was ungodly slow though, and I don't know why. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about this now. The best way to add 3D green screen footage in Maya to interact with the lights? To interact with the lights? No. I know how to import an image plane into Maya and get your... You have to have an image sequence. So basically you have to take your footage, render it out as like a TIFF image sequence, and then you have to import it in Maya using one of the image planes. And I believe you can just apply... I think it's just a regular texture, and you can select apply as image sequence, and then that's how you can bring it into your thing, your scene. I'm looking for training in the studio. If you know some studios who can accept training, I will be glad. I don't. I don't know. I do know that Pixar has. That was a weird ending to that song. Was that the end of the entire thing? It was. No, it wasn't. I do know Pixar has a good internship program, and Industrial Light and Magic has one. And especially if you're out of the country, ILM is probably a good option for you, just because they've got studios in Montreal. I think they have a studio. I'm not even sure where their studios are now at this point. Let's see. ILM studio locations. I know they have one in Canada for sure. So they're in San Francisco, Singapore, Vancouver, London, and Sydney, Australia. So they have a lot of options. Like, what's the best way of adding shadows to that footage which will interact with the lights used in the Maya scene? That's a good question that I don't necessarily have an answer to, but thinking about it, I'm not really sure, because you'd have to have some sort of data that tells Maya how to pull or how to interact that way. The only way I would think to do that is to actually animate your lights individually. So I'm not entirely sure. Mukesh, can you help me with baking? Baking what exactly? In Maya, Substance Painter? I'm pretty comfortable with baking in Substance Painter, but I haven't honestly done a lot of it in Maya. This seems redundant. And that's because it is. That's very... That loops very weirdly. I'm gonna go ahead and target weld this. Will Blender overtake Maya? I don't necessarily think so. I think it'll become a popular option if studios are willing to actually adopt it as one. But I don't necessarily think it's going to overtake Maya. You have to think about the amount of time and the amount of integration Maya has had into studios at this point. It would cost them so much money to change that it wouldn't necessarily be worth it to them. Like, Maya's been around for so long at this point. Not to say that that's a good thing, because, you know, we should always have change in the industry, but I do think Blender is challenging Maya to develop new tools, which is good. Competition is good. You're welcome, Mina. Is triplanar mapping really bad comparison to UV unwrapping and adding textures? I've never looked at triplanar, to be honest with you. Planar mapping. Let me look at it real quick here. When using oh, is this... Oh, yeah. So if this is what I think it is, let me see here. Architecture 3 times with planar maps using triplanar bit along X, Y, and Z, then blend between the 3 samples. So the reason that I would say that that's probably not the best idea is because you're taking 3 maps, you're smashing them together, and then you're causing a compute cycle, so you're making the computer kind of, in theory, try to mesh everything together and blend it all. So in my eyes, in my brain, that would probably just be a waste of resources. But I haven't really experimented with that. Arnold or V-Ray? Well, right now I use Arnold. I don't use V-Ray. I would like to learn V-Ray, but I haven't brought myself to buy V-Ray yet because I just don't want to spend the time yet. And I don't know if they have an indie version, and I don't know how much V-Ray actually costs. But for now, I just use Arnold. Render engine doesn't matter. Every engine is good if you know how to use it. I mean, that's not necessarily true. V-Ray is faster than Arnold in a lot of ways. Did I just do... crap. I wasn't paying attention to what I was welding. That was a waste of time. Okay, leave that there. That gets welded and stays there. Alright, cool. Arnold is best at the same time slowest. I think Arnold has a lot going for it. It's gotten a lot faster. But at the same time, the reality is that I don't think they put as much development into it as, say, somebody like V-Ray does, or Octane. Octane is a super powerful GPU renderer, if you've ever looked at it. So it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell what is the best. I could tell you one of the most popular rendering engines that's used throughout the industry is going to be RenderMan from Pixar. Hi, what is this? This is a ship. Since we're talking, I'll go ahead and turn off view selected. So this is kind of what we're working on here. Shivanshu? I hope I said that right. V-Ray is better for indoor lighting. Indoor lighting's tough because the reality is there's a certain level of skill that comes with it, and conceptualizing that you have to establish, how the light's coming in through windows, how the sun is affecting the interior lighting and the materials inside. There's a lot that goes into that, so I think they're all generally pretty good at it at this point. Really now, I think with rendering engines, the big push is for denoising. So you're seeing a lot of things like AI denoising, which are super awesome because it's using machine learning to handle a lot of what you would end up doing by cranking up your samples in your scene. And AI can actually go in and handle a lot of the removal of that. So there's a lot of focus there now. Arnold GPU doesn't support shadow matte, and it sucks. Only CPU extracts shadow matte and alpha. Arnold is doing nothing about it. Yeah, well, and that's kind of what it comes down to. If you find that there's a limitation with your renderer, then you need to look for something else elsewhere. Let's see. Abhishek. Which laptop would you suggest to buy for animation as a beginner? Anything with its own, what you'd call it an external GPU, but it's basically a GPU that's not on the CPU. So anything that has an AMD Radeon graphics card in it or an RTX graphics card in it is going to be plenty to suffice. You just want to make sure you have your own external. So when you're buying a laptop, take a look for the Radeon sticker or the GeForce sticker, because that's going to let you know that you have an internal video card that can actually handle the 3D work. Some of the lower end, like the CPU built-in GPUs, can handle it, but it's not suggested. What about UV? UV on this model? Sherwin? Is that what you're asking? I just want Arnold to be as fast as Marmoset. Yeah, see, and I haven't played with Marmoset. My buddy Jared uses Marmoset a lot, and I've talked to him about it, and I've asked him if it would be something good for my use case scenario, but it really isn't. I do think for some of my portfolio work, I might look at it. But when I talk about the work that I want to do with, like, visual effects over video, Marmoset just ain't going to cut it for me, unfortunately. Addy, you like RenderMan. Have you been... So you use RenderMan? I haven't had any experience with it, so I'd like to try it. Ow. Good God. Yeah, I think it really depends on render engines. I think there's a lot you can do. One of them I used in the past is this guy. It's made by Otoy, but Octane. Octane was super powerful and super solid, but I did find it was a tad bit slow. I do like how fast Arnold is compared to this, but I do think the results that you get out of Octane are a lot better. Ping pong. Speed depends on your workstation, PC, or laptop. No, it does. It doesn't. So yes, it does depend on like the speed of your GPU and whatever layout you're using, but at the same time, the software can be built to more efficiently handle the use of those cores. For instance, Arnold just got a huge boost with the last software update. On the same hardware, it runs so much faster now than it did in 2024. And that's something I noticed right off the bat when I moved to 2025. So when it comes down to it, most rendering does depend on your hardware, but it can be improved with software as well. Especially, like I said, with all the AI denoising and things like that. Using 2024 or an older version? I'm using 2025. Which I don't necessarily suggest right now. It's a bit testy. Oh, never mind, you answered that question. Oh, no, it's okay. I don't mind answering questions multiple times either. I need to remember what it was I was actually trying to close off. I think it was this loop. Was it this one? Yeah, because that's just not necessary anymore. I wonder if I select these. I think it'll just let me merge them. Will it be nice to me and let me do what I want to do? Probably not, but... no, it won't. Thanks. Thanks, Maya. Oop. There's an edge in there, isn't there? Did it get it? No, it did. Wow. All right. Which software is better to render? It really depends on what your use case is. I can tell you that Arnold is solid for most use cases. If you guys saw my post on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, that was all done in Arnold. And it was rendering pretty quickly, so it really just depends on what you're trying to do. Nope. Does Maya have an option like image plane, like Blender, which react with the lighting? I don't think so. I don't really know. I'd have to see what the tool looks like in Blender to tell you that. I'm not familiar with Blender very well. I can do a little bit of modeling in it, but as far as like actually using it, I'm not super versed on it. Is this model for a game or something else? No, this model is just for portfolio work. I don't do game. I generally do hard surface VFX modeling, which is why you'll see me not paying attention to polygon counts, because I simply do not care to. This is another one we're gonna have to drag in. I think we're going to do that now, actually. Let's just select all these. Let's extrude that inward. Just delete it. And I'm gonna go and merge these guys up. Bro, you forgot control backspace again. I did. God damn it, I did. You're so right. Thanks for coming back and letting me know. I don't know. If you're anything like me, it takes a while to like really like concrete like get a tool into your tool set. Like for instance, target weld. I've been using that thing like crazy since somebody brought it up to me. And it's definitely changed the way I work on things. But yeah, no, I haven't been using that one yet. But I appreciate the reminder. Is there any trick to stop Maya from continuously crashing? No. Aside from just being careful. I honestly don't experience that many crashes. It just really depends on like what you're using Maya for. And if you're actually being careful with what you're doing and you're saving your files, like just don't forget to save your stuff. These need to be pulled down. No, they really don't actually. These need to be pulled up. Okay. Cool. That's good. Continued that one through, so we're cool there. Okay. Let me just catch up with chat here. I was told it's okay to use Blender, but Maya is used in the industry, so I kind of don't want to learn Blender. My heart is confused. So here's the thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Blender. When you're talking about getting into 3D, unless you're a student, you obviously can't get Maya for free, so that's difficult. If you can afford the $279 a year for Maya Indie, I always suggest doing that because that's one of the cheapest ways to get Maya and to use it. But there's nothing wrong with Blender. You're going to learn a lot of the same stuff, and it's going to carry over to each application. You just kind of have to figure out where the tools are, and that's what I found with my experience with Blender. Is I spent a lot of time going back and forth just kind of trying different things and trying to figure out the name of the tool that I used to use in Maya and what it does in Blender. And generally all that stuff carries across. I like to poke fun at Blender just because their community hates me. But otherwise, there's really nothing wrong with it. We could use a crack for just learning. That's kind of up to your discretion. I don't push that on my stream just because it would be kind of stupid for me to do that. I do pay for Maya. That's a weird edge. Oh. That's an issue. Alright. We'll leave that for now. Stigma. You are not centered in your cam. You're right, I'm not. Now I'm fixed. There you go, Stigma. Stigma, you guys okay? How's the storm? Yeah, I would, you know, plus the other thing is, like, I always recommend, like, if you're gonna use this software, it's worth buying. Like, yeah, it sucks to spend that much money, but the reality is like, you're gonna gain a lot of experience from it. And plus, you can use your models for things. That was my biggest gripe about the student version that I used for so long, is you couldn't sell your models, you couldn't really do anything with them. My action gives outstanding result whether it reacts with physics. Yeah, I haven't really played with XGen yet. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, this is the XGen tab. That's something that's on my list to do. A lot of these things I used to play with a lot in Maya 2014, and then they changed so much over the years that I never really got back into playing with them. So that's why you guys will see on my YouTube and on my posts, when I do some sort of practice session with a new tool, I always post it just because I want to show the results that I got. So XGen's one of those on that list. I know a lot of people use, I think XGen use it for hair and stuff like that, so that's cool. Okay, bye sir, I'm also working on my portfolio. I'm making a King Comey model that was so hard. Addie, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was good to see you. To be honest, I cracked Maya once and it didn't have all the features to it. Arnold wasn't working well. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's just not really worth it. You'll end up just kind of, you get a lesser experience, and I just, to me, it's never been worth it. Thank you, my OCD is high gear and I'm completely rebuilding Rage's Pokemon overlay scene. Storm is mostly past, but lingering winds and wane. That's good, good. Overheating for cooking. Owl, what'd you cook tonight? No, but if you guys have questions like that, I've got no problem answering them. I love talking about stuff like that, so. Alright, we're going to use the tool this time. God, that's so nice. I love that so much. Alright. So, just looking at all these extra edge loops that I've got. Go backspace. I think we'll keep, we need to keep that one, but we don't need that one. Okay. Perfect. That's maintaining that. We're good there. Overall, this stream has been awesome for cleaning this stupid thing up. I'm gonna need to recircularize that, but that's okay. I don't know how badly did that get jacked up. Oh, it's not too bad. Really, I just need to... I might be able to just fix that. Let's see here. Is it that one? I think it's that one. Just see if we can just pull these out a little bit. Just get that circular... That's not going to be good enough for me, but I'll fix it later. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so that's good. We've got that continuing all the way through the model, which I think adds a nice depth of detail. So what I want to do, I'm going to save this scene. Chicken fries and broccoli. I love me some broccoli. That sounds good. I've got a delicious pasta that I'm going to microwave after this stream because I'm super hungry. So that's no longer centered. So let's fix that. I think it's... There we go. Okay. Make sure that lined up because I don't want that to get all jacked up. View selected. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if I save this. I'm going to save it again anyway. And then we're just going to take a look-see here. Mesh, mirror. I think that should all be the same. Yeah, we're good there. Oh, man. That's so much better. So much cleaner. Got a little bit of polygon density here. There's really not a whole lot I can do with that, but this is looking so much nicer. Now I'm excited to actually get this thing smooth. That's exciting to me. Actually kind of like having that edge flow through there, so that's neat. I don't think I jacked that, got messed up a little bit, but I can resize a lot of this. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, this is exciting. Much nicer. Got that going. I think this one, is this one still smooth? Yeah, it is. All right, so what I've been doing with 25, if you guys are moving over to Maya 2025, let me tell you this, like, this is important. When you save your scene, before you do anything, go and delete your history and freeze your transforms. Because that has been the only thing that just completely wrecks my model, apparently. Here we go, it's crashing. Oh, wow, it didn't crash. Oh, you play with my soul. I hate you sometimes, Maya. Alright, save scene. Would you texture this? I will be texturing this. The concept is to get this to look exactly, well, not exactly, but like as close to the concept art as possible. So I'm going to build the platform that it's sitting on and everything. The only thing I'm not going to add in there are the characters, because I'm not a character modeler, and I don't want to deal with it right now. But yes, it will be textured. Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're going to try that again. Modify, freeze transformations. Delete by type, history. Okay. I think we're good. That didn't jack anything up. Still good there. Okay. Then file save scene. Anyway, so the reason why you delete your history and freeze your transforms is I've noticed that 2025 seems to have a weird issue where when you save your file, it doesn't remember some of the last things that you did, and then it takes it and like spreads it out all over the scene. So if you mirrored something, you'll open it up, your object will be split apart, it'll have a bunch of new faces in it, and it'll be somewhere off in nowhere land. So I've just gotten in the habit right now until they patch it to just delete my transforms and freeze everything. Or delete my history and freeze everything. But so far we're looking pretty good here. Everything's really flowing nicely together. This needs a little bit of adjustment down here. In fact, we can do that real quick here. Just delete that here. And I'm not worried about the other side, so I'll just end up doing this later. Or I'll just delete the object and mirror it across. But yeah, the goal eventually is to get this guy in the substance painter and really go to town on it. What's up, Z? How you doing, man? Because eventually this is going to end up on my ArtStation profile, which I don't know if you guys know. So let's go to ArtStation. It's the only platform that I am actually not Cryptic Visionary on. I don't know why their web app never works. There we go. So, yeah. So, I've been trying to build my portfolio for a long time, and I've just never spent enough time on it. So, this is going to end up in here with all my other work. And then some of this is going to get deleted. Like, honestly, this dragon, I need to get rid of that, because that was a terrible project. Did I post more than one image to that? No, I just did that one. That was an awful project. That was when Mudbox had just, like, basically come out. And, yeah. Yeah. The ones I'm most proud of in here are probably these four right here. Maybe the skull. This project, I've got feelings about that project. But, you know. And yeah, if you guys are on ArtStation, feel free to follow me on ArtStation as well. You know what? I want to fix that here. Show, isolate, view, select. Mr. Z, how you doing, buddy? Okay, that's better. then the only issue that I've got here that I don't like is that this guy is actually supposed to kind of come out in that direction. It's also supposed to kind of curve up, so that'll be an interesting thing to adjust there. Alright. Trying to think of what else to do here, but at this point, I think I'm ready to call it a night. I think we really fixed the topology on this time. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty accomplished. So I think what we're going to do... Oh, actually, it's time to raid out anyway. Never mind. So we're going to save scene. I already deleted and froze everything, so I don't need to worry about it. Okay. That guy's saved. We're going to switch over here. Raid, 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 raid. You're right, man. Everybody on Instagram, thank you so much for joining tonight. It's been a lot of fun. It's been good talking to you guys and kind of figuring out all the stuff that you guys have questions on. Same thing with Twitch and YouTube. You guys have all made this a wonderful experience tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the modeling. And hopefully pretty soon here I'll do a poll on Instagram to find out if you guys want to see me UV this live. Because if you do, that's going to depend on what I end up doing. Good morning, it's me, Hacker Honey. How are you? Hydrate. I'll hydrate with some tea, which is... I think tea dehydrates you, but whatever. Yeah, so I'll run that poll soon. Again, look towards the end of the month. The first Introduction to Maya course is going to go live on YouTube. So if you're looking to learn, if you're looking to jump into Maya for the first time, that's going to be an awesome course for you to start with. And then, yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of it for tonight. But appreciate you guys chatting up and talking. It's been really cool to talk about render engines and things like that. So hopefully we'll get more of that. I will be live tomorrow again on Twitch only because tomorrow night's game night. So if you guys like gaming, make sure you're following me on Twitch. It's a lot of fun. Tea hydrates? Are you sure? Are you sure? We're going to be playing Sea of Thieves because I've never played it before. So tomorrow night, chill game night. That's it for the art streams this week, unless I decide to do another one. And then don't forget, I have a 12-hour art stream coming up on the 20th. So on the 20th, I will be streaming from morning till evening, building something. I just haven't decided what that something is yet. Pretty sure it's a diuretic, but very low caliber and low caffeine. Well, I mean, that's good. Yes, please. Yes. It's going to be great. It'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully it'll be something that I can teach some people with, too. But... everybody, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. Instagram, this is where I leave you guys because there's really no way to kind of export this or send it out. I was curious how you were going to UV it. All right. Well, you'll probably end up seeing it live, but there'll be a poll, so keep an eye out for the poll. But Instagram, good night, everybody. I will see you all live again next week, and I'll see you throughout the week on my videos and stuff. But you guys have a wonderful night. All right, Instagram. YouTube, same with you guys. There's no raid function here, so thank you so much for watching and hanging out tonight and asking questions and all the good stuff. And I'll see you all live again next week, unless you join us for gaming tomorrow night.